Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Omega Greed YouTube channel where we do a bunch of fun things with cars. And yeah, we live inside the LA area, so we do videos on that. But breaking things down for you guys real quick, I want to do a kind of a quick video talking about the 2020 Hyundai Veloster N. So if you guys are new to my channel, this is my fiance's car, 2020 manual Veloster N. I have a 2017 Ford Focus RS, and oddly enough, I will say I absolutely love driving the Veloster N. I think more in the city, and there's a couple reasons why. And the biggest thing for me, well, I mean, obviously because I feel like, you know, this is just a newer car. It feels just newer, just tighter, and just a little bit more, I don't know, just, it's hard to explain. It just feels newer and just fresher. This car only has what, like, yeah, still under 10,000 miles on it. I think I want to say it's like something like 8,000 miles total on this car. So it just feels a lot fresher and newer, just in general. But the one thing is, though, I will say, I love the fact of just how nimble and small this feels. Comparing this to my Focus, the Focus, as you guys know, it has a terrible, absolute terrible turning radius. So if you have to do like a U-turn or anything like that, that thing, it sucks. The Veloster N, like, I could bust out, like, I literally just had to do a U-turn like a second ago. I was able to like do it, no problems, didn't have to do like a 3-point turn or anything, and just do a quick little U-turn. I do feel like it is slightly smaller, so I can park it like easier, like parallel park, jump into a spot, get in, get out much quicker. And I do like the way that this manual feels. I will say, I think, I don't know, I think, well, the clutch in here, super light. Like, this is like a great beginner's car. This was my fiance's first manual car. She learned how to drive stick on this, literally bought it brand new, and, you know, bought it brand new, didn't know how to drive stick, learned how to drive stick in this thing. So this is like a pretty, I would definitely say this is a good car if you want to learn how to drive stick on. So the clutch is super easy. It's like not a hard manual to drive. Literally, I drove this car, when we drove from our hometown in like Buffalo all the way to LA, literally, what is this truck doing, sir? Don't you dare. Okay, you gotta make sure that sometimes people, they just don't. Yeah, literally, yeah, she actually drove my car and I drove this car, and I can attest to these things are super simple, super easy to drive long distances, like no problems at all. I did a whole video talking about the pros and cons of driving like a Veloster N on a long road trip. I'll have that link down below so you guys can see that if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, just enough pep to get me up and going and moving and grooving. So these cars, super easy, super simple, like to drive long distances, no problem at all. They're like really, like, I think overall, like for a city car, especially for a city manual car, it's super easy, as I just like kind of plucked off the line right there. But super easy to like drive. The other thing is, though, I will say, now, even though this is slightly down on power versus the Focus, in the city, I don't really feel it that much. This person's literally no blinker at all. Just, you gotta love it. Anyways, even though it's down on power, you know, slightly from the Focus, in the city you don't feel it as much. And honestly, I kind of like it that way, just because I feel like I can wring this out a little bit more. Inside my Focus, I always shift, like, even like when I'm just normally driving, and because I have my exhaust on too, when I'm just trying to like just chill, I shift like before I even hit 3,000 RPMs. I short shift it like super easily. No, we're not super easy, but I just short shift like a lot more. In this car, I don't really mind, you know, revving it out slightly, a little bit more, you know, getting into it like a little bit, just kind of like letting the RPMs go up a little bit. I find myself revving it out just a little bit more, like just naturally. Yeah, it's like 3,500 before I shift. I'll probably get over. need a quick little. And that's the one thing, I think that makes this car a little bit more fun to drive in the city, just because you can bring it out a little bit more. You know, it's, even though it's not quite as fast, like the only thing I miss in the Focus is, I would say, the download torque, like right off the line. It has like a little bit more just torque that'll kind of like put you back in your seat. But as far as like usable power, I feel like when I'm inside the Focus, I literally never go more than a quarter throttle. Like a quarter throttle, I would say. Like that's what I normally do, like when I'm just taking off or just driving normally. I do about a quarter throttle, and it's either because my exhaust is super loud. Yeah, my exhaust is super loud, and like otherwise I'm just going like a little bit way too fast. If I'm just normally driving inside traffic. Inside this car, it's slightly down on power, so I don't mind, you know, pushing a little bit further. That's the one thing though, even like back when I had my Miata, if you guys don't know, like I had a Miata back on the channel like a while back. Yeah, it was super fun. It was down on power, but it was really fun to drive because you got to ring it out like all the way, all the time. Now, I'm not saying, you know, this is obviously a lot faster than a Miata, but the thing is though, this car though, I like this, I just really like the fact that it has a nice, it's like a nice middle ground, I would say. It's still definitely quick, like when you need it, when you need the actual power, you can really downshift and like you can go. I really think that the Veloster, it makes a funner and a more interesting city car than I would say the Focus. And like, look, so like when you're doing like this, when you're just going kind of like stop go at stoplight, you really aren't, you're like, I'm not gonna be, you know, like flooring it or anything like that. So that's the reason why I think the Veloster is a great city car. It's a good city driver or a good city commuter. You know, put into eco mode, you're just kind of chilling. And yeah guys, this was a short and quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm making more content on my channel, so if you guys are new, consider subscribing. Follow me on Instagram, OmegaGreed, same name as YouTube channel. And like that guys, we're out of here and we see you on the next video. See ya.